Alice Morgan collapsed. Megan called her an ambulance.
Megan, love, why did you call an ambulance? We need to just talk about this and see where you went wrong.
Just an associate collapsed and...
That's going to be a bit of a problem.
Concerns have been raised over safety at a distribution centre after it was revealed at least 105 ambulances have been called to the site over a 3-year period. That compares to 17 call-outs to a nearby supermarket warehouse over the same period. We contacted the centre, but managers have declined to comment.
So you thought of yourself and one member of your team, but do you feel that you've let the rest of your team down?
She needed medical
Easy
attention.
decision isn't always the best decision.
Megan, yesterday an ambulance was called to the centre.
Yeah, Alice Morgan fainted.
And, I mean, do you think it was really necessary to bring the emergency services here?
Well, I mean, it was an emergency.
Did you panic?
Well, I was scared for Alice because of her condition.
Yeah, of course.
No, understandable. But that's why the policy's there. The policy's there to protect you, to protect Alice, to protect the team. You bring the first aiders over, they're trained, they assess the situation, they decide. You don't just go straight for an ambulance.
Yeah, I just tried to do what I thought was best at the time. I mean, she was out cold.
Megan, we're a team, okay? I don't think it's helpful for you to be defensive.
I'm not being defensive.
We can all benefit about talking about our mistakes, me included.
Yeah, I totally agree. I don't quite understand how calling the ambulance was a mistake.
Okay.
OK. Thank you for your honesty.
Megan, would you say that you take the easiest route or what's best for the team?
I always try to think about the team.
Life and Death in the Warehouse is a compelling thriller that focuses light on the brutal realities of warehouse workers. The plot revolves around a group of employees who are locked in a deadly work environment where their lives are in jeopardy. Workers are subjected to long hours, terrible working conditions, and an obvious disregard for their safety. Life and Death in the Warehouse is a thought-provoking documentary that emphasizes the significance of worker rights and the necessity for corporate accountability. It looks at the sacrifices and challenges that people undergo in difficult work situations and serves as a strong reminder of value of human. The first uncomfortable scene that I encountered from the video is being in a company that normalizes a harsh work culture. It is very unfortunate being in a company that normalizes that work culture. In fact, it has been ongoing for the past 3 years, resulting in workers being admitted to the hospital. In reality, it is important for companies to create a healthy and supportive work environment for their employees. Good company understands the importance of work-life balance and encourages employees to maintain a healthy life between their personal and professional lives. This could include flexible work schedules, remote work options, and generous vacation policies. If you or your colleagues are experiencing health issues due to the work culture, it may be beneficial to document any incidents and report them to the appropriate authorities or seek legal advice. If necessary, we have to remember to prioritize our well-being and consider discussing these concerns with a supervisor or HR representative. Secondly, if the company is intentionally hiding their harsh treatment of workers by not calling an ambulance during emergency situations, that is a serious concern. It is crucial to prioritize the health and safety of employees in any workplace. A good company ensures a safe and healthy work environment for its employees. They implement safety protocols, provide necessary safety equipment and training, and address any potential hazards promptly. Other than that, they also encourage employee well-being through wellness programs, mental health support, and access to resources. There are already a lot of deadly cases happen in reality, and it should be a lesson for an employer in order to improve their management. We do not want unfortunate things to happen to workers who might also have a family that depended on him or her. If you witness such situations, it may be important to document and report them to the appropriate authorities or seek legal advice if necessary. Last but not least, it is unfortunate to hear that the company prioritized its reputation over the health and well-being of its workers. This goes against the principles of a responsible and ethical organization. It is important to advocate for a safe and healthy work environment. If an employer really wanted to prioritize the company reputation, they should start with providing a safe and healthy environment. A good company cultivates a positive work culture that promotes teamwork, collaboration, and open communication. Other than that, they also value diversity, inclusivity, and respect for all employees. This can be achieved through regular team-building activities, employee recognition programs, and creating a supportive and inclusive environment. Remember, good workers deliver good reputation to the company. Without workers, employers are nothing. If you ever encounter this situation, documenting incidents and discussing your concerns with a supervisor or HR representative could help address the issue and ensure that the welfare of workers is given the attention it deserves.
Or when you lack a performance on the pick team, and anything you say will go in your file. It's your right to be accompanied, and I can see you've brought Devon here for support.
I'm here in my capacity as a trade union representative.
I'm sorry you felt the need to involve the union, Alice.
It's not that we're against the union, it's just that we prefer more of a one-to-one approach with our associates.
So, why is there three of you here then?
You recall previous discussions where we looked at your idle time? This is 12:06 on the 11th of November, and you'll see that your toilet break lasted 9 minutes.
Yeah, well, I'm pregnant, you know this.
And here's your second break, which lasted 11 minutes. Can you explain why it took an extra 2 minutes?
Megan, she just said, like...
I literally, I don't know what to say. I mean, how long am I supposed to take? I mean, am I supposed to stop mid-flow? Because, like, my bladder's not up to that at the minute, if I'm honest.
And here's a shift 3 days later with an idle period of 12 minutes.
Do you want to listen before you just go on to the next one? Like,
I'm not being funny. It's like, this is why the whole place is littered with bottles of pee. Are you aware of this? No one wants to go to the lab because they're terrified of buggering their pee parade.
Management...
And have you guys breathing down the neck.
Yeah, I mean, you've been aware of this situation for such a long time. Like, it's not the first time we've brought this up.
So many times.
Right, but clearly not all your time off task is spent in the toilet, because this conversation lasted 2 minutes, 33 seconds. So what were you talking about?
I don't know, do I?
Right, so it wasn't about a work issue?
I said, I don't know. I have no idea.
Any time off task, any conversation not work-related is idle time. And we've calculated that your average time off task per day is 23 minutes. Conversations that are lasting 2 minutes, 33 seconds...
Oh, I can't believe you're timing me.
...should not be non-work-related conversations.
So let me get this straight. So you're telling me I can't go to the toilet?
We're not saying you can't go to the toilet,
No.
Alice.
It sounds like it. I told you I'm pregnant.
Every
It's taking
single
me
one
longer.
of us needs to be desperate to please.
No,
we need to be desperate to please. We need to be fixated on our customers 24/7.
Right, let me explain to you, because probably you don't understand, right? When I'm at work, right, I can walk hours and hours without speaking to anyone at all. That's the job, right? Miles and miles without even seeing a soul. So when I do see a mate, I feel like saying hello, because all I've got is the headset going off in my ear. And if I say hello to a mate, it makes me feel better, and I can carry on for the next, like, 4, 5, 6, 7
saying hello
hours.
and then it's having conversations
really
for
hard
2
work. Sorry
minutes,
for swearing.
33
It's really
seconds. Those
hard,
are different
okay?
things.
And
It
also,
takes
you're
2 minutes, 33 seconds to say hello.
Fixated. Look, right, Alice has been a fucking brilliant picker ever since she got here. That's why she was given a green vest.
The team's average is way down because of Alice.
Because she's fucking pregnant.
I'm not a robot, Megan.
Listen, can you not... I'm so
pregnant.
confused, like...
Are you going to sack me because I'm pregnant?
Hi, my is SYAFIQAH and I want to share of my opinion for the movie of this part. This tells a serious situation where the senior or manager makes a serious meeting about their staff time management. She takes very seriously timing without thinking much about her staff, especially when she has already been told that her staff is pregnant and is way too desperate to get a perfect management because she doesn't want to lose her job and get pressure from her senior. These type of people are selfish and very terrible, and they only care about themselves and do not think first about the further future. They did not give a chance for the staff to explain and defend themselves with a clear explanation, but instead, they keep on blaming them and try to fix them by using all the problem issue points to make them look like the most problematic workers, even though they are a hard-working staff. So, this staff cannot have a word, and every time they want to speak, they keep on cutting the line. For example, she keeps on saying and using extreme way of monitoring the worker, like taking the long duration of the worker, spending about 11 minutes instead of 2 minutes in the toilet, despite her being pregnant. But when she wants to speak up, she gets yelled and keep pushing until she say yes or agree with this statement. And this is not fair. If we think logically, some people may have take time to finish their doing in the toilet, especially when get an upset stomach. Then the serious part is to take it as idle time, even though they just talking with their workmate for 2 minutes in 60 hours in work, as they promised. Instead, they're talking for about 3 minutes and 2 seconds. This doesn't make sense and make it like a man-like robot, even for a natural human being. People at least get to talk about something to rest for a while, then continue to work as usual. This kind of person is heartless and sees the human as a robot that needs to be on time and perfect. Furthermore, the worker of the company is too strict and act like the most perfect. Even though this situation is getting intense, her friend is helpful in way of supporting and demanding justice because they are already aware she is pregnant and has a blood pressure. But they did not take it seriously and keep pushing them until they are stressful. However, this is a good sign of friendship and they are more caring than the manager staff itself. As for them, don't use a reason for working. Even though you are heavily sick and need to come to work, as there will no one cares about you. I know that each company wants to have a perfect time management and avoid the issue. They don't care about how you are in condition until you get sick or almost die because of over-pushing work. For them, they must work very hard and not to get too much rest because they want to satisfy their customer needs by getting to send a fast delivery.
As far as we're concerned, you're still a valued member of the team. So we'd like to give you £6,000 to help with things. And we're prepared to offer you £2,000, Devon.
What's this?
These are NDAs.
I don't know what that is. What's an NDA?
A gagging order, basically.
It's a contract confirming that you won't discuss what happened with anyone.
Why? Because you're worried how it'll look if people find out, is it?
This is just to keep things between ourselves. Do you want people knowing your business, Alice?
But people know already. Everyone knows. I mean, Nadia was there for starters. I don't understand.
Nadia signed an agreement.
Bullshit.
But she wouldn't do that. She's my friend. She wouldn't sign away.
Nadia and every other member of the team have signed. Alice.
What have you threatened her with?
It's not about threats, Devon. Nadia wanted to become a permanent member of staff. She wanted a green vest.
So if we don't sign, we ain't got our jobs, we ain't got our green vests or nothing.
Obviously, if you sign, there'll be jobs here for you to come back to. But if you don't, you will lose your permanent status. And if you want the money, you have to agree to not tell anyone about it. And should you break that agreement, the company will require that the money be returned. And there could be legal consequences.
So you think, right, you can fucking kill a baby
Devon.
and make her go away with
Devon, you
8
need
grand?
to
Is that what
calm-
you fucking think?
You need to calm down.
You think you can give us 8 grand between us and make it fucking go
Nobody
away?
killed a baby. It was a terrible tragedy.
No,
and
I
we're really
asked you if
sorry.
I could go home. I begged you. You
And
knew
you said
everything
no.
what was
You made her
happening.
carry on working,
I told you when I went to the toilet. I told you what was happening, and you just ignored it. All you told me to do was go back to work, get my pick rate up. So don't say that to me. I told you what was happening, and you made me stay.
If you had said to us that you were in labour, then things would have been
Oh,
different.
don't you fucking dare say that.
Chris,
Don't you
things
fucking
would have
dare,
been
Megan,
different.
all right?
You need to calm down,
Don't
Devon.
calm
You
down.
Need to calm
Don't you
down.
fucking dare say that.
Stop pointing your finger at me.
I had to go to a hospital and sit with other ladies who were pregnant, waiting for their scans. And I was there checking that everything was out, Megan. Do you know how that made me feel? And now you're telling me I gotta sign this, otherwise I lose my job, and I can't tell no one. And everyone signed it. Nadia signed it.
Everyone on the team has signed it.
Well, this is too... I can't even focus. I can't even read it properly. I need time to think about it.
I'm going to level with you, Alice. This offer's not going to be on the table overnight. I had to twist arms as it is.
Okay, so my name is Rasyidah, and now I will talk about the critical incident in the third scene that we choose from Life and Death in the Workspace in the Warehouse movies. So basically, this scene is about a non-disclosure agreement scene, where it reveals lots of pivotal incidents that highlight the pressing issues within the workplace. This scene is the situation where the team managers and her workers having a meeting regarding the tragic issues that just happened in their workplace. Firstly, the first point that I want to talk about is about the employers' lack of empathy towards their workers that creates a challenging and disheartening environment. This emotional detachment not only leads to negative consequences, but also reflects a prioritization of the company's reputation over the well-being of the employees. And despite a tragic incident where the workers just lost a child during her shift, the employer remains focused on safeguarding the company's image rather than the workers' current condition. Other than that, for the second point, I will talk about the situation where a colleague's decision to prioritize her personal position over seeking justice for a friend, which creates ethical complexities. The workplace should ideally foster an environment where fairness and justice are prioritized, encouraging open communication and a commitment to ethical behavior. Leadership and human resources play a crucial role in cultivating a workplace culture that values justice and integrity by providing a safe space for individuals to address conflicts without fear of retaliation. And despite doing all that, the team managers just encourage her workers to sign the non-disclosure agreement or they will lose their job. For the third point, I will point out the situation where a distressing situation unfolds, where an employee refused to admit their mistake that resulted in the tragic death of a colleague's baby. The lack of acknowledgement or remorse add to the emotional burden faced by the grieving workers. Instead of encouraging open communication and understanding, or even simply just give the workers support and simply sorry, the employers resort to threats and pressure the workers to sign a non-disclosure agreement for the sake of the company's image and reputation. The managers also give them a sum of money to just close the cases. And as for the conclusion, beyond these specific incidents, the harsh reality of certain workspace is revealed, emphasizing the pervasive challenges individuals face within the professional realm. These challenges encompass various aspects that significantly impact the well-being, satisfaction, and overall experience of employees. The demanding natures of certain workplaces often result in a limited work-life balance, leading to burnout, stress, and strained personal relationships. Additionally, mental health challenges are frequently overlooked, leaving employees without the necessary support system to cope with stress, anxiety, or other issues. Companies should make sure everyone feel included, supported, and feel appreciated. It's important to treat everyone fairly, help them grow in their job, and pay attention to their mental health. This way, the experience for everyone at work can be better, and the whole team can be more productive and become more stronger. I guess that's all from us. Thank you.